Hey, Angelina, it's great to be back with you. Today's topic is something I think resonates with, well, probably everyone. The idea that your heart deserves rest. I mean, who doesn't feel like they're constantly on the go, mentally, emotionally?
Absolutely, John. It's a phrase that immediately makes you pause, doesn't it? Your heart deserves rest? In a world that often celebrates relentless pushing and striving, the concept of intentional rest for our emotional core feels almost revolutionary.
Exactly. We're so wired to think that strength means pushing through, fighting every battle, even the ones in our own minds. But honestly, not every battle needs to be fought forever. Sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is just stop.
It's true. I think we often confuse persistence with relentless self-punishment. We believe that if we just think about a problem enough, or worry about it hard enough, or replay a memory one more time, somehow it'll magically resolve itself or we'll find some elusive answer.
And it rarely does, right? All that rumination, all that overthinking, it just exhausts us. It drains our mental and emotional batteries, leaving us feeling even more stuck, more overwhelmed than before.
Precisely. It's like running on a treadmill, burning a lot of energy but not actually getting anywhere. And our hearts, our spirits, they bear the brunt of that constant, non-productive effort.
I often think about the physical analogy. If you're training for something, you don't just work out 24/7. You incorporate rest days, recovery periods. Because that's when your muscles actually grow, when they heal. Our emotional and mental muscles are no different.
That's such a perfect parallel, John. And it brings up the idea of discipline, which isn't always about pushing forward, is it? Discipline also teaches you that strength is not only about pushing, but also about knowing when to pause and recover.
Yeah, that's a huge shift in perspective for a lot of people. Because discipline often sounds rigid, like you must do this. But what if discipline also means you must rest? Or you must protect your peace?
I love that. It reframes discipline not as a taskmaster, but as a guardian of your well-being. It's the discipline to say no, to set boundaries, to step away from something that's no longer serving you, even if it feels important in the moment.
And that letting go part is so crucial. Many people exhaust themselves holding on to pain, replaying old memories, or trying to find answers to questions that maybe don't even have simple answers anymore. They believe that constantly thinking about a problem will somehow solve it.
But often, true healing begins when you allow yourself to let go. It's like unclenching your fist after holding something really tight for too long. The relief, the release, it's palpable. It's in that space that true healing can start to happen.
It's not about giving up on a solution, it's about giving up on the method of constantly worrying. Because worrying, that's not problem solving. It's just suffering in advance, you know?
Suffering in advance. That's such a perfect way to put it. And it often leads to what I call analysis paralysis, where you're so busy dissecting everything that you never actually move forward or find peace.
So, if rest doesn't mean giving up, what does it mean for our hearts? How do we define this kind of emotional rest?
For me, rest means giving yourself the space to breathe, reflect, and regain your energy. It's about creating moments of quiet, even if they're brief, where you're not trying to fix, solve, or carry anything.
I think of it as giving your internal dialogue a break, just for a little while, letting the mental chatter quiet down. It's a deliberate act of disengagement from the struggle.
Exactly. And the benefits are profound. A rested heart thinks more clearly, makes better decisions, and approaches life with greater peace. When you're not constantly battling yourself, you have more bandwidth for everything else.
It's like clearing out the clutter in a room. Once the old, unnecessary stuff is gone, you can actually see the space, appreciate it, and use it more effectively. Your mind becomes that much more efficient.
And discipline, surprisingly, is what helps you create that peace. It encourages healthy boundaries, positive habits, and a focus on what truly matters. It's the framework that allows rest to happen.
So instead of carrying yesterday's pain, you learn to invest your energy in today's growth. That's a powerful shift right there, from rearview mirror living to looking forward.
It really is. It's about being proactive in protecting your inner world, establishing those routines that promote calm, whether it's a few minutes of meditation, a walk in nature, or simply dedicating time to hobbies you love without guilt.
But it also requires a certain level of self-compassion, doesn't it? Because often, we're our own harshest critics. We tell ourselves we should be doing more, trying harder, worrying more intensely.
Absolutely. That's why the statement "be gentle with yourself" is so vital. You do not have to carry everything at once. This isn't a badge of honor to be the person who carries the most burdens.
No, it's not. In fact, I think there's a quiet strength in admitting you need a break, in setting something down. It shows a deep understanding of your own limits and needs.
And that's where trust comes in too. Trust the process, keep moving forward at your own pace, not at the pace the world tells you to, or even what your internal critic demands.
Yeah, because your heart has worked hard through every challenge, and it deserves the rest that allows it to heal, grow, and smile again. That's the ultimate goal, isn't it? To find that inner smile again.
It truly is, John. And it's not just a passive thing, it's an active choice, a conscious decision to prioritize your well-being over the constant demands of the external world, or even the internal ones.
I remember a time when I was really struggling with a big project. I was pulling late nights, constantly thinking about it, even in my sleep. I thought if I just powered through, it would get done faster and better.
Oh, I've been there. The more hours equals better outcome trap. It's so easy to fall into, especially when you're passionate or under pressure.
Exactly. But I hit a wall. I was exhausted, my ideas felt stale, and I was making silly mistakes. Finally, a friend just told me, "John, go home. Sleep. Don't even think about it for 24 hours."
That must have felt almost impossible to do, given your mindset at the time.
It did. It felt like I was giving up. But I was so drained, I literally couldn't argue. So I did. I went home, cooked a simple meal, read a book completely unrelated to work, and got a solid 9 hours of sleep.
And when you came back to it,
It was like magic. I looked at the problem with fresh eyes. Solutions that had eluded me for days suddenly seemed obvious. My energy was back, my creativity sparked. It was a profound lesson in the power of stepping away, of allowing my heart and mind to truly rest.
that's such a powerful story, John. It really highlights how our brains and hearts need that downtime to process, integrate, and regenerate. We can't be on all the time and expect peak performance, or even just peace.
And it applies to emotional burdens too, not just work projects. How many times have we replayed a difficult conversation, or worried about something that happened, or something that might happen?
Oh, countless times. I think one of the biggest burdens we carry is the what-if scenario. The endless loop of potential negative outcomes that drains us before anything even happens.
Right? And discipline here isn't about ignoring the problem. It's about setting a boundary with your own mind. Saying, okay, I've thought about this enough for now. I've done what I can. The rest is outside my control, and I'm choosing to let it go for now.
That takes incredible strength, actually, to consciously decide to release something that feels so urgent or important. It's a muscle we have to build.
It is, and it's not a one-time thing. It's a practice. Every day, every challenging moment, we have the opportunity to make that choice. Do I keep wrestling with this, or do I give my heart a moment of peace?
And the benefits multiply over time, don't they? The more you practice letting go, the easier it becomes. You start to notice quicker when you're slipping into that overthinking cycle, and you can course correct.
Totally. You develop this internal radar, like, oh, I'm going down that rabbit hole again. Time to step back. And it's not about being perfect, just about being aware.
It's about having the tools, isn't it? Knowing that you have options beyond just grinding it out. Maybe it's a quick breathing exercise, or writing down your thoughts to externalize them, or talking to a trusted friend.
Or just changing your environment for a bit. Going for a short walk, stepping outside, even just looking out the window for 5 minutes. Anything to disrupt that negative thought pattern.
And recognizing that rest isn't always about sleep, right? Sometimes it's active rest, doing something restorative that isn't demanding, like painting, listening to music, or spending time in nature.
Definitely. It's about replenishing, not just stopping. It's not idleness if it's contributing to your overall well-being and allowing your heart to heal. That's productive in its own way.
And for those who struggle with guilt around resting, that feeling that they should be doing something else, it's important to reframe that. Rest is not a luxury, it's a necessity for sustained effort and mental health.
Absolutely. It's like telling your phone, don't charge it, just keep using it until it dies. You wouldn't do that. So why do we do it to ourselves? We need to recharge our internal batteries.
And the heart, metaphorically speaking, is at the core of that. When your heart is tired and burdened, every other system starts to feel the strain. Your relationships, your work, your joy in life, everything can suffer.
Think about how much clearer your decisions are when you're not clouded by anxiety or exhaustion. How much more patient you are, how much more present you can be for the people around you.
It's a complete shift in how you experience life, from feeling like you're constantly fighting against the current to floating more serenely, choosing your battles wisely.
And that ties back to being gentle with yourself, not expecting perfection, not demanding that you be an emotional superhero all the time. It's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to need rest.
More than okay, it's essential. It's a sign of wisdom, actually, to recognize your limits and honor your needs, to prioritize your own well-being over external expectations.
So for anyone listening who feels that heavy weight right now, that constant hum of worry or overthinking, what's one small step they could take today?
I would say, try to identify one burden, just one, that you've been carrying that truly isn't yours to carry, or one worry that isn't serving any productive purpose. And just for today, consciously decide to set it down, even if it's just for an hour.
That's a fantastic suggestion. And for me, I'd say schedule a worry-free zone in your day, even if it's just 15 minutes, a time where you explicitly forbid yourself from thinking about that stressful thing, and stick to it like it's an important appointment.
Love that. It's like a mini vacation for your heart, because honestly, your heart has worked so incredibly hard through every challenge, every joy, every sorrow. It really does deserve that space to heal, to grow, and to find its smile again.
It really does. And I think that's a beautiful thought to leave our listeners with today. Be kind to your heart, give it the rest it needs. It's not just a kindness, it's a strategic move for a better, more peaceful life.
Well said, John. And thank you all for joining us on Mindful English Talk. We hope this conversation gives you permission and motivation to give your heart the rest it truly deserves. Until next time, take care of yourselves.
Thanks, Angelina, and thank you all for listening. We'll catch you next time.